Hello, my mathematicians. Today we are going to be looking at lesson 10.1. That's all about customary length, and we're going to be looking at the essential question using our interactive lesson, how can you compare and convert customary units of length?
Hello. I'm near where I live along with my buddy Cagney. We've walked down the street from Cagney's house. Gee, it seems like we've walked really far. Let's check with Cagney to find out how far we walked to get to my house. Wow, we walked 3 whole miles. It's a bit of a hike, but we did it. Hey, our friend Ramona the raccoon lives in this neighborhood too. But Ramona measures the distance between her house and my house in yards, not miles, because she lives closer to me than Cagney does. You know, I wonder how close Ramona lives to me. Any ideas? Why don't we work this out together? Come on, let's put on our thinking caps and get going.
Let's see how you can use a model to write an equation. To build a new swing, Mr. Matson needs 7 feet of rope for each side of the swing and 7 more feet for the monkey bar. The hardware store sells rope by the yard. How many yards of rope does Mr. Matson need? Let's unlock the problem. Let's use a bar model to create and solve an equation. First, you need to know how many total feet are needed to complete the swing. How many feet does Mr. Matson need for the swing?
So if you look, how many feet does he need?
Mr. Matson needs 14 feet of rope for the swing. How many feet does he need for the swing and the monkey bar combined? Mr. Matson needs a total of 21 feet of rope for the swing and monkey bar combined. The bar model represents the combined length of the rope, 21 feet. Record the value in the equation as well. Next, you need to find out how many yards of rope Mr. Matson needs. For this, you will need to know how many feet are in 1 yard. Let's compare a ruler to a yardstick to find out how many feet are in 1 yard. A ruler is 12 inches, or 1 foot in length. To find out how many feet are in a yard, we can see how many rulers fit into 1 yard equally.
So if you have 1, 2, 3.
3 rulers fit equally into 1 yardstick, so there are 3 feet in 1 yard. If 1 yard equals 3 feet, you can use the bar model to find out how many groups of 3 feet you can make with 21 feet. How many groups of 3 are there in 21 feet?
Or we can divide 21 divided by 3, and 21 divided by 3 is...
There are 7 groups of 3 in 21 feet. So Mr. Matson needs to buy 7 yards of rope. Let's find the relationship between miles and feet. The distance between the new high school and the football field is 3 miles. How does this distance compare to 10,000 feet? Let's unlock the problem. To compare the distances in the problem, you need to know how many feet are in 3 miles. So let's start by setting up an equation to convert 3 miles to feet. From the table, we know 5,280 feet are in every 1 mile. You are converting miles to a smaller unit of length. What operation do you use when converting a larger unit to a smaller unit?
So the same rule backwards, but when converting a larger unit to a smaller unit, the number of units is going to be more, so you're going to multiply.
When converting a larger unit to a smaller unit, you would multiply. So let's multiply the total number of miles by the number of feet in 1 mile to solve for total feet. Let's solve the equation. What is 3 multiplied by 5,280?
So you multiply and get
3 miles is equal to 15,840 feet. Now that you know the total number of feet between the new high school and the football field, you can compare this distance to 10,000 feet. Is 15,840 feet greater than or less than 10,000 feet? 15,840 feet is greater than 10,000 feet. Since 15,840 is greater than 10,000, the distance between the new high school and the football field is more than 10,000 feet. Let's try a problem involving converting units to mixed measures. Sometimes when converting a smaller unit to a larger unit, you need to use mixed measures. This happens when the larger unit does not convert evenly into a smaller unit. To convert 74 inches into feet and inches, you need to know how many inches are in 1 foot.
So if we look over here, 1 foot equals 12 inches.
There are 12 inches in 1 foot. Now that you know how many inches are in 1 foot, you can begin the conversion. Let's record the data you know. The total inches being converted are 74. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. You are converting a smaller unit to a larger unit. So what operation should you use?
We're converting smaller to larger, which means we're going to divide.
You use division when converting a smaller unit to a larger unit. To convert 74 inches into feet, first determine how many groups of 12 you can make from 74. 12 divides into 74 evenly 6 times with a remainder of 2. You are left with 2 inches after dividing by groups of 12. So 74 inches is equivalent to 6 feet and 2 inches. Let's compare, contrast, and convert customary units of length. How many yards are there in 4 miles? Select your answer.
So we have to multiply 1,760 by 4. So it's going to be 7,040.
Great job! 4 miles is equal to 7,040 yards. Now, how many feet are in 4 yards?
Well, there are 3 feet in 1 yard, so 3 times 4 is 12.
That's right. 4 yards is equal to 12 feet. How many feet are there in 126 inches?
So there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if you divide 126 by 12, you're going to get 10, and you're going to have 6 left over.
That's right. 126 inches is equal to 10 feet 6 inches.
And that is all we have for today. Again, I'm going to leave you with one question to answer and would like you to rate your level of understanding using FESTA 5.